Have you ever been at a pool or a beach, seen the lifeguard up on the stand, and wondered, what does it really take to do that job? Well, today we are going to break down that entire journey. We're talking about the path to becoming a professional lifeguard, a job that's as challenging as it is for sure rewarding. Let's dive in.
I mean, that's the real question, right? Because becoming a lifeguard is so much more than just a summer job. It's about taking on a huge responsibility and developing some serious skills. So let's map out exactly how you get there.
So why do we call it a calling? Well, it all starts with proving you've got the basics down, that you have what it takes to handle the pressure. And don't worry, we're going to cover every single step on the path from the swimming pool to the payroll.
Our goal here is simple, to give you a clear, direct roadmap. By the time we're done, you'll know exactly what it takes to get certified and kickstart your career as a lifeguard.
All right, every journey has to start somewhere. And for lifeguarding, that first step is a physical skills test. But let's not think of these as roadblocks. Instead, think of them as the very first challenges you get to conquer on your path.
So here they are, the 4 big ones, and they are absolutely non-negotiable. First, you've got to be at least 15. Then, it's about endurance, swimming 300 yards straight. After that, core strength, treading water for 2 full minutes with just your legs. And finally, power, diving down to get a 10-pound brick and bringing it back in under 100 seconds. And look, none of this is arbitrary. It's the absolute baseline you need to be able to save someone else's life.
Okay, so once you've crushed those prerequisites, you get to the core of the program. This is where the real transformation happens, where you go from just being a capable swimmer to a truly skilled and confident rescuer.
26.5 hours. That's the time commitment we're looking at. And trust me, this is not about just swimming laps. It's a mix of classroom theory and really intense hands-on water training. That's where the magic really happens.
Think of this as building your rescuer's toolbox. You're going to master all kinds of techniques, from the simplest, safest way to get into the water to handling really complex stuff, like multiple victims or someone who's already gone under. It's all about having the right tool for any situation you might face.
Now this is one of the most critical parts of the entire training. You mess this up, and the consequences can be devastating. That's why you'll spend a ton of time learning how to properly stabilize a victim with a potential spinal injury and how to use a backboard correctly in both shallow and deep water. It's serious business.
You know, a lifeguard's job doesn't stop once the person is out of the water. Nope, you are also a first responder. This training covers it all. CPR for adults, children, and infants, how to use an AED, and how to handle other emergencies like choking or severe bleeding.
And it all comes down to this. The final exam. To pass, you have to nail 3 completely different, high-pressure, live-action scenarios. We're talking an active drowning victim, a passive one who's submerged, and managing someone with a suspected spinal injury. This is where you prove you can put all those skills together when it counts.
After all that training, all that hard work, you finally cross the finish line. Earning your certification is that moment. It's when you officially become a professional lifeguard, totally ready to get hired.
So, what's the investment for this life-saving skill set? Well, the course tuition is $395, and that fee covers everything. All 26.5 hours of training, your materials, and, of course, your final certification.
So, what does this piece of paper actually get you? Well, it's a professional credential, valid for 2 years, and it's recognized nationally. It's your way of proving to any employer that you meet really high safety standards. We're talking standards supported by OSHA and the CDC. It basically makes you a trusted, job-ready candidate right out of the gate.
And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. The feedback speaks for itself. Graduates are constantly saying they feel confident and totally prepared because the training is just so realistic and hands-on. And really, that's the whole point.
Okay, so you're certified. Congratulations. What's next? Let's talk about the reward for all that hard work, the career opportunities that are now wide open for you. Let's talk about the pay. It's actually pretty competitive. You can expect to start somewhere around $15 an hour, and experienced guards can earn up to $21 or even more, depending on the location. It's a really solid income for a job that keeps you active and on your toes. And get this, your office can be anywhere there's water. Seriously, you could be working at your local community pool, a super high-energy summer camp, a fancy resort, or even taking on the unique challenges of a state park beach. There's a perfect setting out there for whatever you're looking for. And these aren't just hypotheticals. Graduates get hired all over the place. We're talking about state parks, well-known beach patrols, YMCAs, private country clubs, and of course, tons of community pools and swim schools. Your certification really does open doors all over.
It's also really important to know that you can specialize. The certification we've been talking about is your foundation. It sets you up perfectly for being a pool lifeguard. But if you're dreaming of working at a lake or an ocean beach, you're going to need some extra waterfront-specific training to handle the unique challenges of those environments.
So here we are, right back where we started. But now you have a totally new perspective. You've seen the whole path laid out, from hopeful swimmer to certified professional. The only question left is, where are you going to put those skills to use and make your first rescue?